welcome to Sunrise Extra on a Wednesday, midweek. It's going to be another warm, sunny day. Perfect for the first day of school for a lot of kids. Portland Public Schools go back today. Some schools have just freshman orientation and the rest of everyone starts tomorrow. Vancouver and Evergreen kids started yesterday. So we are just talking all things school. We want to make it a fun day. It's been, already a heavy week. Drew, you've been doing your lunchbox face-off. What are today's choices? Because I think you can still vote, right?
Oh, you certainly can.
Yes.
You know what would be cool? I don't even know if this can happen. Can we talk about the lunchbox face-off while the Sunrise Extra music is jamming underneath me? I don't even know if that's possible. Oh, yes, we can.
Yes, it is.
Yes, we can. There you go, Rod. Yes, lunchbox face-off, my friends. Here's how it works. We took 16, I would call them classic lunchbox fillers. Things you would expect to see in a lunchbox in years past and present day. And we put them in a bracket-style format like you would see around March Madness time. Can we see the bracket? Is that possible to show? I mean, I'm asking for a lot of things. Oh, yes, we can do it all this morning. Look at that. Brian Matthews is an extraordinary director. He's the man hitting all the buttons back there. Now you've got the situation where you've got the thing on the bottom of the screen blocking the top part of the screen. There we go. There's all your matchups. 8 first-round matchups, including the one that we have going on right now between yogurt and leftover or cold pizza. And right now, cold pizza is winning. So
this has been a little bit of a debate today. I was just in the newsroom, and you got a little visit by our editor, Jay Lundenberg, who had some words.
Nina's moving. Are you moving your feet, or is the camera moving?
I am seated, my friend.
Here's the deal with the cold pizza in the lunch boxes. I personally do not care for cold pizza anytime, anywhere. I think it's actually wrong to do that to pizza. That is, make it cold and then eat it.
No.
I get it. Well, listen, I know I'm in the minority. Let me say one more thing and you all can chime in. I understand that you may not finish the entire pizza when you order it, and therefore I would never throw away the pizza that does not get eaten. I would wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator, much like all of you would. But then when I remove it from the refrigerator, I put it into the oven and not the microwave.
Oh, wow.
Not the microwave. I put it in the oven.
Crispy.
325, 7, 8 minutes. Doesn't take much, but it brings it back to a warm state, which is where pizza is supposed to live.
I think Maximus was chiming in, Rod.
Yes, he's seen something out of the back windows. I don't know what he's seen. He likes cold pizza, by the way. I would say Maximus probably likes cold pizza better than warm pizza, if I had to guess.
No, Mike, I'm going to say that Maximus has never had cold pizza in his life.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You
Mr.
feed
Carter.
him cold pizza?
He has had cold and hot pizza. I mean, mainly the crust. He likes just the crust, right? Just a little bite of crust.
Now, do you like cold pizza, Rod?
It's funny. When I was younger, Mr. Carney, I would get in the refrigerator and I would eat that cold pizza. But somewhere in adulthood, I started not to like cold pizza.
Okay.
So at present, I stand with you.
Okay, I like the way you handle pizza. I'm sort of questioning what you feed your dog. I don't think that's any good, feeding him pizza. But now we're getting off topic.
We're split gender-wise, because I'm with Nina. I love cold pizza. And Drew, I will put it in the microwave. Because I am so impatient. By the time I want that cold pizza, got a new
toaster oven.
We also had a good debate because earlier this morning in the first matchup, it was string cheese versus pretzels of like what would you rather have in your lunchbox as a kid, and string cheese won. But then I was going to the debate of when you get the string cheese, because we got a lot in my house now with the little one.
Yes.
Are you a peeler? Do you like the thin, delicate pieces that you might dangle in the mouth? Or are you the type that rips that sucker open and you're eating it like a Slim Jim or something?
Here's what I can tell you about string cheese, because we had it going in our house for many years. And sometimes it still pops up in our refrigerator.
We have it right now.
Yeah.
So our boys,
we do too.
My 2 twins, really like the pepper jack. Like cheese sticks, which isn't really string cheese. That is more of like a rectangular.
It's not a peelable.
Yeah, right. So that you do have to eat like a pepperoni stick, and that's what we'd have most in our house. And I found that I actually enjoyed when I spotted a true string cheese in the refrigerator, because I do like to peel that bad boy apart.
Yeah, you gotta peel. It's so delicate on the tongue,
And if you peel too much at once, I actually will split that little piece in half.
Oh, people are weighing in. One of our managers. Wow. I mean, we talk about all kinds of things, but pizza got Paul Kenny to weigh in.
What did he say? What did he say?
Yesterday's great hot pizza is indeed today's great cold pizza. Drew,
Either
it's
way.
the 8th law of physics.
Oh, really? Nice.
Jennifer Taft says it's because adulthood sucks. Yes, toaster oven. She agrees with you, Rod. And then Ginny Carlson, hello, girl. She says pizza is not as good cold anymore. I think it's how they make it. Not age. Good pizza, good any temp.
I'll eat it always. We also had another debate the other day because we were like, maybe we should do a fun, we were trying to think of fun, posts for Facebook to share about like, first day of school stuff. And one of our producers was like, what if, we went back in our photos and we each found like a picture of us on the first day of school, and did you have like a lunchbox? Like what was the cover of your, the old days of like, when it was like He-Man or whatever. And we all couldn't I was like, I don't think I have a picture that I recall of me holding a lunchbox. Did you guys actually use lunchboxes or just the old sack?
I did. It's so funny that I haven't thought about this in ages, but okay, I'm a girl of the 60s, right? So I started kindergarten like in 68. Something like that. Was I 5?
That's barely
my
60s.
first day, I had a Campus Queen lunchbox. And let me tell you what ruined the experience, because I loved that lunchbox. And my mother, Muriel Braxton, painted over the side with the game board on it and put Brenda Braxton.
Oh,
because she did not think that I was going to bring that lunchbox home.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's funny, Brenda.
She painted over like the whole point of it?
She painted over the edge
Side.
of the lunchbox because it was tin.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was tin, and she, in her amazing penmanship, wrote Brenda Braxton.
Nobody's going to be stealing that lunchbox from you.
I know that I had some of those metal lunchboxes during the early years of primary school. For a second, I can't remember like which ones I had though. Like I literally can't remember which. Was it the Pac-Man? Was it Superman? I do know that the thermos in those metal lunch pails would take up way too much space. Like 3/4 of the space inside the metal tin was taken up by that darn thermos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It's as if you were bringing like hot coffee to the steel mill or something like that. It was like, no, you're a little child. You're going to drink like half of that's in there, along with the little coffee cup that it comes with. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer Taft is throwing me back. She says Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh,
you remember that cartoon?
Yes, the dog.
No?
Yes.
Holly, Hobby, and Tupperware.
Oh, Holly Hobby. Somebody else said Masters of the Universe. Willie Huey, because I mentioned He-Man. He had a Masters of the Universe, best lunchbox ever. I was in love with He-Man.
Which one of you three can finish this line? I have the power of
Grayskull.
Very good.
Yeah, wow.
Very good.
Nerd alert.
Hey, how about Rod? I'll bring you back into the mix. When you were going to school as a young boy, I picture you walking to school back in the day, passing the dinosaurs and such.
Oh, stop!
Did they have like the metal? Did they have the metal lunch pails back then, or was it just brown bag?
I would have been in kindergarten, I think, roughly around 1965. No, they had metal. I remember kids having Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yes.
Lunchboxes or lunch pails. But I mean, I mentioned the other day on the show, I never took my lunch.
You got hot lunch.
We always had hot lunch. And I think part of the reason why is that my mother got up every morning and she made a hot breakfast. So she probably didn't want to mess with packing a lunch too. Do you realize, here's a salute to my mama. Every single day from kindergarten through high school, Monday through Friday, I had a sunny side egg, 2 strips of bacon, and a piece of toast that my mom would bake.
The same lunch,
every single
the same breakfast. Good for Mrs. Hill. That is old school. I did not live up to that. My mom did the same thing every single. Well, this is a little. Just a little slice of life from my mom, because she was a religious woman. So every day she would make a hot breakfast. It would be something different all the time. Sometimes she would make homemade cinnamon rolls, and she would call me down from my room, getting ready, whatever age, and she would read a Bible verse or a chapter. That
While
was
you
like
sat there and ate.
we'd talk a little bit, but she'd read the Bible, and we'd have a hot breakfast. But I always had a hot breakfast.
Was it like a lesson to take with you for the day or something?
I don't know. She was just making her way. She probably knew I wouldn't read it any other way. So she was like, I'm going to read it for you.
I can tell you.
But she was a good woman.
I can tell you that tradition lives on in the year 2020, Brenda.
Tell me.
My wife does that. Now, Rod, I can't say that Mia has done it every single day since the boys have been in like kindergarten, and they're now starting 7th grade as of next Tuesday. But I'd say if there's 250 days in the school year, 237 of those days, those boys get a hot breakfast. It's like a rare occasion where Mia says, boys, you're gonna have to do cereal today, go get it. But like those guys get either eggs, or they get the oatmeal, or the cream of wheat. Sometimes, like you said, she'll lay out some like dough and she'll whip together some homemade cinnamon rolls for the next morning.
Jeez.
And she works full time.
Jeez.
And she still has time to tell me what I need to do when I get home from work.
Thank God for that.
Real quick, Renee Robertson chiming in saying, I had a metal Little House on the Prairie lunchbox.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. I'm Your Pirate on Twitter, one of our very favorite names or whatever. I used to walk to school with an Eddie Haskell type who also took the young kids sandwiches every day.
Oh my God.
Ovaltine breakfast for me, says Panda7091 on Twitter. Ovaltine.
Lots of
Just like
vitamins and
chocolate milk,
minerals
powdered
in
chocolate
Ovaltine.
milk.
I believe 10. I believe 10 essential vitamins and minerals in a cup of Ovaltine.
Nestle Quick. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Danny Couchman says Ramblin' Rod show and a Fred Flintstone lunchbox.
Oh, I was on Ramblin' Rod one time. I
Were
loved
you?
that show, yes. I'm Your Pirate says they had a metal lunchbox with Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones on
that?
it. No way. That's great.
Really? Wow.
He's still alive, amazingly.
Here's a great take back or throwback memory, and I chuckled when I saw this one. Joshua Madrid. Good morning to you, Joshua.
What's up?
He says, as cool as those tin lunchboxes looked, the latch, always suspect. After a few uses, that thing would pop open at the worst moment and spill your lunch everywhere, and that's absolutely true. Right? Those latches were not going to last the school year. No way.
That is so funny that he says that, because my little tin lunchbox, this is another memory that I haven't thought about in forever. I would never eat all my lunch. Not only would I not eat it, but I'd kind of like half eat it,
Yeah,
and then
put it back in there.
Yes. And I don't know how you guys, we had to line up our lunch boxes at the back of the room under the coat rack. And this is before we moved to Oregon, actually, because I was still in California. And I put my half-eaten lunch back there, and there was an orange and a lot of other like fruit stuff. And when I went to get my lunch, it was covered. It was the color black like this with ants.
Oh, God, that gives me the creeps.
And I was a sober little thing. I picked up.
Because there's no refrigeration, and they didn't have the little refrigerator packs back then.
No.
That is true. Like all our lunch, we would, shove it in the little kind of cubbies or like a back closet.
Yeah.
With like all the, rain boots and coats and all that stuff, unrefrigerated for hours. We're alive. It's okay.
I have to mention a special viewer right now on the
Yes.
Sunrise Facebook stream. Reggie Akey, how the heck are you, my friend? Reginald.
Reggie Akey?
Yes.
Gary,
Weigh in,
Reginald.
Reggie.
So Reggie Akey says this, hot breakfast, question mark. Y'all fancy. He says Mama
Y'all
Akey
fancy.
put out, he says Mama Akey would put out that Fruity Pebbles and said, good luck. Also, hi friends from Reggie. He says he misses us.
Hi. Fruity Pebbles, I would say that's pretty cool. I would never get Fruity Pebbles. My mom didn't let us have sugary cereals, only occasionally.
Yeah.
It was like Cheerios and grape nuts and stuff.
Yeah. No, I told
Hey
you.
guys,
Go ahead, Rodney.
What's up, Rod?
no, I was gonna say, I'm curious. So, if you ever had hot lunch at the school, do you remember something that you particularly really liked, or something that was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm eating that? Nina,
Oh,
do you
that's
remember?
good.
It was all a bunch
Brenda?
of garbage, and so I liked, crap, just kind
I
of
see.
crap, like
Okay.
chicken nuggets and
Really?
pizza and hamburgers. And Famous Amos cookies, we would get 2 for $1. Fresh, warm, gooey out of the oven. I loved that. But yeah, I liked school hot lunch. I got it often. Sometimes they would do spaghetti. That was always,
Yeah, let me tell you, shout out to the cooks at McMinnville High School. We probably had it in grade school too. Newbie Elementary. They made some kick butt cinnamon rolls. They were like as big as your head.
Wow.
I do remember the dessert. And I also remember, I'm not sure who this woman was, it's been too many years ago, but she was a little tiny thing, and she would stand by the garbage can as we brought our hot lunch tray back, to
Yes.
put them in the kitchen. And she, if you did not eat your stuff, she would make you stand there
Good.
and have a couple extra bites. Because I remember I didn't like beets, and she made me eat those, and I was like, ugh.
How did the beets end up on your tray to begin with?
Beets to kids, huh?
No, I think they just kind of gave it to you. You walk through the line. I don't think we had a ton of choices.
Yeah, they just
That's how you
slop it on
decided
the
if
plate.
You even wanted it. It's like you had the little calendar.
Yeah.
There's like, ooh, corn dogs, or ooh, wiener wraps. I'm having that today.
You know, my mom always packed me a lunch, even into high school.
Wow.
Yeah, went brown bag at that point, not the tin lunchbox.
This explains a lot.
Yeah. While I was eating the lunch, I think that's about the time she was probably making my bed, so that when I got home, it was ready to be slept in again. Anyways, but on Fridays, I'd say, hey, Mom, don't pack me lunch, because that's when they had the square pizza in our high school. So I liked the square pizza, probably because they heated it up. It was hot. To take this conversation full circle. And then we also had a soft serve ice cream machine at our high school.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was available, I think, on Fridays only. So I went the square pizza and the soft serve. Give me both. I want the vanilla and the chocolate, please. Mix that soft serve up on Fridays in high school.
Have you guys ever heard of cheese zombies? We have 2 people on the street. What are they?
Cheese zombies.
What is that?
Director Brian says, what is it?
It's a cheese zombie.
Cheese surrounded by bread. It's like a
yum.
bread wrapped cheese. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. Let's talk about first day stuff. Like, Brenda was asking me, were you like more nervous on the first day or excited?
You said you were nervous.
I'm a nervous person, so I was more nervous. I loved like picking out outfits, but then I would just be self-conscious about them and self-conscious about everything in general. But what about you guys?
First
I
day
loved
of school
the shopping.
memories.
Yeah, isn't that funny? That was a big thing.
Picking out your clothes.
Never did like to shop, but my parents would take me, and we would buy all the back to school clothes. That was a deal. I would love that.
I'll tell you what I remember about back to school shopping. Then Rod, if you want to chime in, please do. But I remember going with like probably first grade, my mom and Linda Gahagan up the street. We're going back to when I lived in Havertown, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. My mom and Linda Gahagan took me and my best friend Tom Gahagan to go shopping. And I remember, like, you know, I was the skinny kid, always, like rail thin, no meat, just bones. And Tom was like, you know, kind of a big, strong kid. That's why I hung out with him. Protect me, Tom. But I remember, like, we were putting on our pants, right? Like, same kind of pants. We're both getting those gray corduroy pants. And Tom had the Husky, and I had the Slim.
That's what literally they were called, the Husky
Like, I was
size.
like, he was like a 25 Husky, and I was a 25 Slim.
Are you happy now that you were a Slim?
Am I happy that I was a Slim?
Yeah.
No, back then you did not want to be
did
slim.
not
Could I
want
just get a regular fit, please? Because
Yeah.
there was Slim, regular,
I
and
don't
Husky.
need to be labeled like this.
Yeah. Why don't you just put weak? I'm a 25 weak.
That is so.
I was
Rod.
husky, Drew. I was husky. I do remember that size. Yeah, I was husky. Hey, I want to point out something that Angela Barks draws says on Facebook. She says, I worked in the lunchroom, so my lunch was free to help out the family finances growing up in a middle-class, blue-collar neighborhood.
Nice.
I did too. In junior high, I worked in the lunchroom, and then lunch was free. And I think I shared this once before, but in 8th grade, you were looking at the Jefferson Junior High School Cafeteria Worker of the Year award winner.
Nice.
What did you have to do?
I think that just means I was really fast of washing trays. Yeah, you bust the tables, wipe them down, then you wash. Mainly, we washed off all the trays.
Yeah.
Washed off the trays.
Oh my gosh. Joanne Romanaggi, good morning to you. She says, yep, she agrees, Nina. Picking outfits for the week.
And I
then
love
Ginny
getting, like,
Carlson
school
says, first
supplies
day of
all
school,
perfect.
slept in my clothes, ready for the day.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Jennifer Taft weighing back in with a term that isn't often heard these days. She says trapper keepers and pretty notebooks, but trapper keepers.
Yep. Did you not have a trapper keeper?
Wait, what's a trapper
What is
keeper?
that? What is that?
It's just like a binder, 3-ring binder, but it was like kind of almost coated in puffy plastic, and it had like a Velcro close. So you would open the Velcro close and then open your binder. And it had, you know, folders on the inside, just like regular binders. But it had pictures of little kitty cats and, I mean, all kinds of, remember Peachies? Peachy folders?
Yeah.
Did you guys call them Peachies?
yeah.
Yeah, Peachies, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, they're just folders. They had the sports ones, but then they had like the glossy, you know, silly little girl ones. that I
Director
loved.
Brian just said in my ear, and you doodle all over them.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was really big when I was in school, where they kind of looked like they were blue, like almost a denim, and they were plain, but we doodled all over those. It was all the band names back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I remember. Jeff Lucas, hey, good morning to you. Pick the best seat near the prettiest girls.
In the lunchroom.
This is a great topic. I could continue on with this for a long time. You guys have some fantastic comments, but we're running out of time. How about this, a challenge? Because one of my favorite parts this morning was seeing that our old friend Reggie Akey was watching us. So Reggie Akey, if you're still watching, and how could you not still be watching? Once you're in Sunrise Extra, you stay in. Reggie, how about this for you? A challenge. Quickly type out the thing you missed, or the thing you miss most about Portland. And if you're new to the area, Reggie was an anchor here for, I'm going to say, maybe 4 or 5 years. But man, did that guy leave an impact during his short time here. So Reggie, weigh in with the thing you miss most about Portland. Willie Huey chiming back in. Did you guys ever have to make your own book covers out of paper bags?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
For textbooks,
Yes.
to protect them, and then you would like draw the subject or whatever textbook it was on. the
Okay,
outside.
y'all, I've got to go do a Today Show cut in, but you
Brenda,
can keep
blow
the
that off.
conversation
This was
going.
fun.
Yeah, just continue typing. We look at it, throughout the day, so you don't have to stop talking.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
just need to
chatting
go
with
do a
us,
little
you
more
guys.
work.
And if you have a student starting school, good luck. We'll see you tomorrow.